Hey there, it's me, Barb. How y'all doing? Now, I told myself I was not going to vlog today. Oh, vlog, I don't know, make a video, do a review, whatever I'm doing. Well, one, guess where I'm at? You know I'm at Starbucks. Well, I'm not there now. I was in the drive-thru line, but I was waiting on somebody to call me. In fact, I should have turned my phone off. And it's just a dear friend of mine. But anyway, I couldn't find a place to park. You know, I love me some trees. So I'm right at the intersection of Biltmore Forest. Ooh, you know, it's where the really nice homes are, right next to the Biltmore House. And in Asheville, North Carolina, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Barb, for you who don't know me. And the entrance to the parkway. But I flipped that car around because look at them trees. I love me a forest. I tell you, we really got lucky, you know, getting forests and trees and oceans on our planet. Daisy, you just heard her flop, 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 fizz, fizz, fizz. Anyway, she likes to go way down below sometimes. How y'all doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh, it was so fun the other day with my friend Jenny. She's a hoot, isn't she? Oh, it's so fun. I was talking to Penny the other day. I'm just putting these little stickers away. And saying, you know, when I do reviews on desserts and stuff, I get so much more hyper than when I just do it on food. Oh, well, you guys, this is what we're doing today. Oh, wait a minute. I messed up. La-dee-da-dee-dee-dee. I am so sorry. I wanted to have this on me. This is just to say happy spring, happy everything. But I forgot and I didn't do my little pictures with me holding things up and everything. I did, but not with my little attire. Well, the reason why I have this on, well, because I like to wear weird things. So let me just hold this up. It's like springtime. I know this is weird and I hate it when people do it, but you all, this is what they say is important. Oh, guess what this is? This is the lime coconut bar. So anyway, and these are egg bites, which I haven't had yet. And I also got me something else. So let's see. Well, I'm not in Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. Have you? I know one of my little friends, Debbie, she's been 500 times. I think it was 40 or something. 39. Wait a minute. Now, Starbucks gives you these thin, oh, this is funny looking. I got the chai with skim milk and no whip, cinnamon dolce on the top. But look at how it's separated. I've never had that happen. It feels so good on the throat. Hang on. And it's only like 150, 160 calories. Let me mix this little puppy up. I think they kept it in the blender a little longer because it's almost like a liquid, not frozen. Now, I did drive away from there, but I mean, I am literally a minute or 2 minutes from there. Let me push that down. These lids, I think I'm just getting a little titch older or something. There you go. There you go. Oh, I tell ya. I am going to try some of those other drinks, but I was going to try that caramel one. I think it's a new one. Caramel Crunch Frappuccino. I thought, wait a minute, I'm already trying that lime. I gotta spread things out a little bit for myself, not for you all. You're not getting heavier because I'm eating. Oh, you guys. If you're not a coffee drinker, or if you just want something a little different and refreshing, especially in the summer and the spring, oh, mwah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So today we are trying, hang on, we're going to try the lime coconut. Oh, goodness sakes. I am losing my berries. I wrote it down. The lime frosted coconut bar. And that's this little baby. Look at how tiny that thing is, people. That is a tiny little baby. That's a lot of money for such a tiny thing. I thought it'd be like a little, like twice as long or a little wider and bigger. But hey, I don't need a lot to taste it. But I was just a little surprised. All the pictures made it look bigger. I told her, I said, that's a tiny little thing when she handed it to me, and she just laughed. She probably thought, girl, you don't need, ooh. Oh. See, that's the thing. With good food, you don't need a lot of it. But it sure is fun. And then we're going to try that, and we're going to try these egg white bites. Now, I have to tell you, I don't know if you can see it. Haven't been good at showing you. I tell you, they're not the prettiest little package. I mean, the package is pretty. But I guess if you're going to do an egg white, you can't make it much prettier unless you spray it. Maybe you could put a little paprika or something that's got a little sprinkles of something on it. I don't know. I'm not a cook. I know nothing about herbs and all that kind of stuff. So they give you a little fork. So let's get out our fork. I was really getting hungry, and I thought, well, so let me tell you the lowdown, because we're going to eat the egg white bites. They have 3 different kinds. They've got a bacon one, they've got a kale one, which I was going to try, and I thought, well, let's get a little gentler. And see, I'm a flower. We're all getting ready to bloom, or you're blooming right now, and if you're not, you might be, you might be overwintering, and that's okay. Some of us overwinter in the spring and the summer, and that's all right. Because like hellebores, Lenten roses bloom in like January in the cold of the winter, and crocuses come out near the snow and stuff. So you might be just blooming at a different time than your friends or your family or whatever, so don't worry about it. If you need to hibernate right now, you just go ahead or restore. I just was visiting a friend of mine. She's the dearest soul. She is the sweetest human being and the kindest, and she has always been that way. I have known her for, I think I met her when I was 21. 44 years. I should have told her that. She was the first person. She lived across the hall from me when I lived in New York City. She is a beautiful spirit. Anyway, she's going through a journey right now, and for her, because she's a wise lady, it's more of a kind of a bit of a spiritual journey too. But she's taken that walk in grace and dignity and love, and that's just who she is. And we could all learn from people like that. So I'm off on another tangent, aren't I? So what am I trying to do? Today we're going to review the egg white roasted red pepper egg bite. Okay, that you can see that stuff in there. Let's see if we can see the roasted pepper in there. Ooh, these are nice and little crispy. See I think there's spinach in there too, isn't there? Well, shockaroos, I'm not sure. So I got me a little fork. They get a little tray. Let's take a bite, right? Let's see how this is. Well, it's a little funny thing. Now that thing cost $4.95, this little thing. I think it could be a little cheaper. We don't need that many yachts, do we? Sorry, Starbucks. And it's only 170 calories for these 2 things. Let's see if it fills me up. Me likes. I really didn't think I was going to like it, y'all. But I thought I've got to branch out. But I like it. See, it helps to venture out. I don't know if I would have gotten this if I wasn't doing this vlogs and reviews. I really like it. I should have looked in there. I don't know how much protein in it, because I don't think egg whites have protein, do they? You all know this stuff. I just took a big bite. Well, I can't say they're the prettiest thing, This is sitting really nice with me. This Skim Milk Chai Frappuccino. Just say Chai Frappuccino, no whip, non-fat. The skim milk's, somebody told me, I don't know if it's true now. I'm not the World Book Encyclopedia, and I'm certainly not Google, but I thought I saw it on some kind of show about milk, that skim milk is just milk without the fat in it, and it's really just like milk with a lot of water in it. I don't know this stuff. Not that we need milk. Let's see, I can't do almond milk, because I will end up in the ER because I'm highly allergic to almonds. And I can't do soy milk because I break out in these huge hives all over me. Huge. I went to soy milk for a while because the only thing they could figure out was wrong. Now, I have had tofu. Isn't that soy? I don't know. No, soy is a bean. Anyway, I don't know, but soy milk, almond milk. So I know now there's a cashew milk. Now, I could try that. I haven't tried that. There's all kinds of milks. And people go, well, why you don't call milk if it's something else? I thought that's true. But I know what they're trying to do. You know, it's just kind of like that veggie turkey. It's not really turkey at turkey time, at Thanksgiving time. You all, I like this. It's at least a 7. I'd say a 7.5. Would I get it again on my own? Partly because of the price. Maybe not. I don't know. I might. It could be an 8 for some people. Well, for some people it might be a 10. For other people it'd be a 1. We know that. Anyway. Rating schmatings. Oh, I just dropped a little egg. I dropped right on top of my chai. I mean on the lid. Very nice. Oh, this is a 10 drink. Yeah, I would say maybe it's a 9.98 because when it's skim milk, it's not as creamy, but it's still good. In fact, I'm kind of liking it better. I don't care for their whipped cream. Daisy doesn't like the pup cups. The whipped cream kind of sticks, that greasy stuff sticks to the roof of my mouth. Oh, this is just sitting pretty, my friends. I was going to say, I'll pull out of here and you can drive with me on the parkway. I have to turn the camera all around and everything. And I'm facing the wrong direction. I keep thinking somebody's going to pull me over. That is delightful. Well, oh, shucks. Wonderful. You know, I would like to try the other egg bites now. And I think I will. Well, let's try this. This is new. This is a special this spring. And this is the... Let's get you. See, it's supposed to be lime green, but it's more like a yellow. It is a chewy coconut and oatmeal with mini white chocolate chips. The perfect snack. 240 calories. I wonder if it's supposed to be bigger. You know me. Let's take a bite, right? But it's a lime frosting. It's interesting. It's like a healthy version of something. It's like you taste that lime. There's like a zing. And then you chew on the bar part, the coconut and the white chocolate, and it calms it all down really quick. Which I don't know if I like that. I like that zing of lime or lemon. I like it. I really love the frosting. And I like the oatmeal white chocolate chip bar. It's just that it calms down the tang really almost too quickly for me. But I like it. I like it a lot. Oh boy. That's some good. 7, 8. Maybe an 8. I like it a lot, y'all. You know how sometimes when something's really tart, oh, my flower, my petal's falling. When things are a little tart, forgot my thought. When things are a little tart, they kind of, they stay with you. And it does stay with you, but it's all, well, you know, I've had that red pepper from the egg white bite, too. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. But anyway, it's enjoyable. It's the healthy man's version of key lime pie. Or woman's. Or they's. hey, listen, I want to share with you something. And I probably feel like I should have asked, but my friend was talking about her, I think it was her sister-in-law or niece had said, let's not pasteurize and futurize. That is such a great quote, slogan, but it's not from me and it's not from any book, from her. But I love that when people think of little quickies like that. I mean, yeah, you want to mull things over and you want to think things over and you want to learn from things. And, if you have a challenge or you're in crisis or whatever, you need time for your emotions to get settled, to kind of sift things through. Even if you got to make a list, cons and pros, or is that the past? Is this the present? And kind of decipher what's what so you can kind of get back grounded. But, when you stew on something for a long, long time, instead of going, okay, let me give my brain and my body and my mind and my emotions a break and just like smell the beautiful air or grass or whatever your thing is, baked goods, excuse me, then that's pasteurizing, because some people choose not to think, not to look at what's in front of them that is a challenge, and then they just avoid, and that's different. That was a thing in Zen. I think Zen Buddhism now. Oh, people, I'm just talking off the top of my head now, but I remember I went to this. I got to tell you the story. I forgot about this. I went to this. I think it was a 4-day. It might have been 5-day. It was a 5-day, I think. Zen Buddhist retreat one time up in the mountains. Beautiful place, and I was on a work study, so I kind of worked for it. I did things and chores and stuff. But I had, this is an aside, so I guess you don't need to know that. So anyway, but there's this woman, so you don't speak, right? So like when you chew, you're supposed to chew 100 times for each bite, which is interesting. Because like I love bananas, but when I chewed it that long, I was like, I don't know if I like bananas. And then you have one raisin and you would chew it. And boy, are raisins sweet. When you take your time and you really chew it, you just want 1 or 2 or 3. You didn't want that whole thing. That's interesting. And when you really heighten your senses. And anyway, so the retreat was great and it was really cool. One of the women that were there, I met her a while ago, and she had lived in England during the Holocaust and as a child, and just talking about the bombs and the PTSD and everything. Great soul. She's now just passed away, which I hated because I really wanted to see her before she passed away, but that wasn't in the cards. So anyway, what am I trying to get to? So I can't remember exactly how it went down, but what happened was this woman was having a real hard time, she was just having a meltdown, and you could tell she really needed to talk to somebody. And so we were on this bench way outside of the lodge where you meditate. And so I was whispering to her, are you okay, right? Because, I don't care what thing you're doing, humanity and kindness and caring, that can cut through that stuff. And I thought, this is a time where I need to check in with her. And I said, are you all right? And she started talking to me. And she was just having a big meltdown crisis, and just let her talk. And I talked a little bit. And, well, I can't remember how it all went down. But, ooh, the woman leading that retreat was so mad. And I was like... And it was interesting because the woman that owned the place was just so zen. She was just like, and I thought about it. I thought, if you are meditating, if you're truly meditating, nothing around you should bother you, even if we were talking. And we weren't in the lodge talking. Anyway, it was too bad. But so I'm going to tell you the story. So it's just funny how life is. And, I didn't mean to chit-chat. I was fine not talking, believe it or not. I know you probably don't believe it. But get this. I got to tell you this. So how I got onto this thought was that attachment and detachment are two different worlds. When someone said, so let me explain why I think this. Because I remember, wait a minute, detachment, what was it? Not detachment. What did I say? Attachment, detachment. Detachment and responsibility. Oh, God, I lost my thought. I don't prepare for these vlogs. You can tell. Anyway, let me tell you the story, and you'll totally get it, I hope. So the day to leave, it was raining real hard, and I had locked my keys in the car. Oh, lovely me. So I was like trying to figure it out. I said, well, I'm going to call AAA. But I had talked to somebody and I said, I locked my keys in that car. And she goes, oh, let so-and-so help. Now, this guy was working in the back and he was like Mr. Head honcho Zen Buddhist guy. Everyone looked up to him because he was just so zen and so mellow. And so, this was decades ago. And so, decades and decades ago. And decades. Anyway, and so, and decades. And anyway, so he came out. He says, well, I'm going to help you get your keys out. And I didn't know what he was going to do. I thought, well, maybe he has a coat hanger, blah, blah, blah. And so he came out and he's trying. And I'm like, I don't know. It started to rain. It started raining then. And then I had a raincoat or something and he was getting wet. I said, you want this umbrella? No. I don't need that. Well, he's trying. I can start to see him getting that. You start to see the frustration at first. But his frustration moved really quickly. And then I said, listen, just let it go. I don't care. Just let it go. And he's like, no, I can get this. And I'm like, no, I'm going to call AAA. They can come out here. Now, it was way out in the boondocks, so it would have probably taken a couple hours, but I didn't care. I was like, no, I don't want you to do anymore. And he's like, no, I got it. And I don't know what he did, but he broke the whole window. He broke the window. And here it's raining outside. I couldn't believe it. He just got so frustrated. He was so determined. So he broke the friggin' window. So then, now I'm like, oh, great. Now who's going to pay for that? I didn't have a lot of money. I was like, oh, no, who's going to... So I go so later he left. He was frustrated. He was mad. He left. I'm like, so I called AAA. Well, we had the keys then. I didn't have to call AAA. I didn't have a window either. But anyway, I go in the kitchen. And I can't remember who says, oh, did he help you? And I'm like, he broke my window. She goes, oh, well, I'm glad you're not attached to the window. I'm like, now, if that had happened now, I would have said something. But at that time, you're trying to be all zen-y. You're trying to grow. You're trying to learn. And so, I mean, now I just say, detachment isn't not taking responsibility for your actions. That's what I mean. It's just like, this man was supposedly, he's like, oh, I'm glad you're not attached to your window. Well, that's not, I cannot be attached to not get angry and not get mad and stuff. No, I don't want to, but, if you break something to someone else's, detachment does not mean not taking responsibility. It means not holding on to things. But that's like, so, and I was like, he's not taking any responsibility or anything. I didn't have those words in me. I was so stunned by the whole situation. I got home and I just remember going, oh, and I can't remember, but I think at one point when I don't know if I was waiting for the rain to subside or something, but I was in their little like lobby or something. And they have books all around about Zen and it talked about detachment. And I wrote in the book, please remember. That was my passive aggressive way of saying, and I wasn't trying to be aggressive, but it was just kind of like I wrote in the book, this does not mean you don't take responsibility for your actions. It means you don't hold on to everything, but you have to. Anyway, that was crazy, Daisy. And then, to get beat all. So I get home, and I don't know what day it was, but I just remember within a day or two, I get a letter in the mail asking me to donate to them. I was like, well, wait a minute. You pay for my darn window, and I'll think about it. That's too bad because that place is lovely. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. But you can't let somebody on the staff do something like that and either not offer to reimburse you or make him pay for it, Oh, well, life is funny. Life is weird. And, if I'd been a different person, if I'd been the person I am now, I would have them responsible. But anyway, water under the bridge now. So how did I get into all this? I just mean that, I know how I was talking about the pasteurizing thing. It's just like, I remember like when I was going through a really hard time in my life, And the things are so hard to digest, like to get, that you'd want to like throw up. Like you just didn't want to, and I'd really get nauseous like I was going to throw up. And my therapist would say, you know, Barb, you need to chew on it. You need to chew on it. So yeah, you want to chew on something, but you don't have to pasteurize it. Anyway, and you know, you don't have to look too far to the future. I mean, everyone says, oh, do you have your 5-year plan? Do you have your 10-year plan? Hey, people in your 20s, don't worry about that stuff. Yeah, you might want to look at it a little bit, but life's going to, you know, I've lived my life just listening. Where do you want me? You know, I'll go do whatever you want me to do. Now, everyone doesn't live the same way, so I'm not judging it at all, but I never had a 5-year plan. I never had a 10-year plan or 20. I was like, I'm lucky to know what I'm doing tomorrow. Everybody's different, so please, I'm not trying to judge you. You do your thing, float your own boat, paddle your own river. Well, I mean in a canoe. You all, this has been delightful. I really like that egg bite stuff. I still got some more here. I'm going to take another bite. Look, let me show you something. Look at those big pieces of red pepper. And then, I don't know if that's spinach or kale, but it's good. Oh, you can look it up on the internet. And, you know, I love the chai. Ooh, 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 ooh. And lastly is this. Let's take another bite. Maybe I'll see if I have anything else to say about it. Not that you care. Maybe you do. I feel like if people really care, they're not going to watch mine because I talk too much. This is really refreshing, but it's not as light as like a key lime pie. Of course not, because it's got all this oat stuff in it. But it's more filling, I think. And I'm satisfied. You wouldn't think it with those little egg bites, but I guess you don't always need a hamburger, do you? And you know what? It's just changing the paradigm of your thinking. This is plenty of food. Very good. Very nice. Well, maybe someday I'll get to Hawaii. Who knows? I always hear it's gorgeous there. I'm really a baby with the heat now as I get older. And they always say when you get older, you like the heat more. But I don't know. Maybe if I was half my size or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going off on all these little tangents in my little brain. And I'm looking out here. Let me see if I can turn you around. Look at the forest. Ain't the forest awesome? I love me a forest. May the forest be with you. And with you, my friends. And with you. Anyway, I'm just talking. Let me leave you be, okay? And listen, you all, take good care of yourselves, alrighty? Oh, look at this thing is all mixed up. Let me just put it over here. Is that okay? I like it like that. Whoa! Anyway, you all take good care, okay? And be nice to yourself. And I hope you got at least a little plant in your apartment if you don't have any windows, or you've got something in your brain of something good, whether it's a friend or whether it's, I don't know, a walk you took, or maybe sitting by a stream or seeing the ocean, or I don't know, playing golf, whatever your thing is. You can always go in your brain too and just take a little vacation there, you know. I read that quote once. What was it? Give your brain a vacation, or give your mind a day off. I mean, of course, we all have to think, but I mean, you know, like, just don't. I mean, yeah, you want to confront things, but sometimes you need to take a little time. Okay, I've talked way too much. I ain't your mama. I ain't your therapist. I'm not certified with nothing but just being a human being. And sometimes I wonder about that. I'm just kidding. Anyway, listen, take good care. I'll talk to you later. And hey, until the next time, happy spring and summer. Bye.